Welcome to North Hills High School, where the WPIAL Quarterfinals are tonight on the OLSH Sports Network, as your Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Chargers take on the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs. The Chargers, number 6 seed in the WPIAL 3A playoffs, take on the 3-seeded Bulldogs from Shady Side Academy, alongside Christian Harbaugh. Matt Fargo with you, as the Chargers, been a long time since they've been the lower seed in the WPIAL playoffs, but they're wearing purple tonight, and that is the case tonight as the Chargers trying to get back to yet another WPIAL semifinal. Would be their 7th in a row if they can win tonight, Christian.
Yeah, most definitely. This is going to be a tough one tonight. It's going to be a grinded-out battle. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be super physical. These guys are going to get up and down. There's going to be a lot of scoring on both sides tonight, and a lot of special players and great coaches. So it's going to be a tough one for the Chargers to surpass this round and get it to the next round and try to get to that WPIAL championship again.
You saw the starting lineups for the Chargers. It's Rocco Spanafora, Dorian Tate, Darion Greer, B.J. Vaughn, and Bryson Kirshner. And the Academy, 6-foot junior guard, Eli Teslovich, a 5'10 senior guard, Nico Matt, a 6'1 senior guard, Mac Moan, and a 6'4 sophomore forward, Ben Michaels. The Bulldogs of Shady Side Academy, who are champions out of Section 3. Chargers coming out of Section 2. Shady Side 16-7 overall. They won the section with a 10-2 record, and the only common opponent between these two teams is Deer Lakes. Of course, well documented what they did to the Chargers, ending the 74-game winning streak, and Shady Side split with the Lancers earlier this year. They won and held down home court and then lost at Deer Lakes.
Yeah, Deer Lakes is a really good team. They're still alive playing tonight. So Shady Side Academy, it's a tough section. They went back and forth with them and split. Obviously, Deer Lakes beat the Chargers at home and broke that long record. But for the Chargers tonight, I believe they got a terrific chance at winning this game tonight. As long as they can get out in transition and they can control the glass. They got to be bigger on the glass tonight and box out. And they also got to contain number 1, Teslovich, and contain him. Don't let him get easy shots and easy looks. And also Mallory, keep him off the glass tonight.
Mentioned those Deer Lakes games. Shady Side lost the first one 53-51 and then won 62-54. Shady Side defeated Brownsville to get here, and the Chargers defeating Beaver Falls to get here tonight in a long tip that goes all the way back to the baseline, where it's operated by the point man, Rocco Spanafora. And great to see him out on the floor after a pretty scary moment in the first round, a head injury, but cleared by doctors and athletic trainers to be here tonight.
Yeah, tough kid, physical kid. Man, he wants to be out here and win this one tonight.
Chargers come up empty on their first push up the floor, and now here come the Shady Side Academy Bulldogs to the near side wing. Operating as Moan, handing it off out to Michaels. Around the horn, Eli Teslovich. It's where the offense flows through. The ball game really flows through number 3 in white for Shady Side.
Yeah, you can't let him penetrate the gaps tonight and find shooters. They got to contest all the way around. Good job so far on the perimeter here.
Near side wing, Nico Matt contested, had to kick it away. Big fella Michaels up top. Teslovich out of the logo, and this is going to be a lot different style than we saw in the first round with Beaver Falls kind of run and gun. Shady Side likes to slow things down, and they only beat Brownsville by 8 points.
Right, yeah, they're definitely a ground and pound team, as you would say in football, but they're definitely slow paced. They want to execute on the offensive end, and obviously they want to sit down and guard you on the defensive end and really grind you out. So, and they're going to compete on the glass tonight. They got some size. They're going to look to go down low. So right now, the other day against Brownsville, the zone gave them trouble. So let's see if the Chargers zone can give them some trouble too.
3 on the way from the corner, drained. First ball of the game, and it's Nico Matt draining the tray.
And also a little wrinkle here. Shady Side played all man mostly all year, and here they come out in the 1-3-1 zone.
Far side, it's B.J. Vaughn. Vaughn to Spanafora. Double team, got it away to Vaughn. Thought about the 3, out to Rocco for a triple. That doesn't fall. Rebound, Greer up strong on the right hand. Rims out. Another rebound. Noah this time. Shady Side. Nate Malroy pulls it down. Back the other way. Teslovich floater. Too hard. Rebound, Greer. And Vaughn brings it back up the floor.
Yeah, can't give Teslovich too many open opportunities in the paint like that.
There's a steal. Teslovich contested by Spadafora, and he reaches in, and two coming for the Shady Side Academy junior.
The Chargers got to run a 2-1-2 set against this 1-3-1 zone. Tease it, get it to the corner. That skip pass will be there, and then you penetrate. BJ had a whole lane. He just got to be aggressive and attack the rim. Chargers can't settle for threes tonight.
First foul of the ball game goes against Rocco Spadafora, and the first shot at the line good for Eli Teslovich.
I think the Chargers can really get out and push the tempo too. Don't let them set up in that zone.
5-0 start for Shady Side. Battle of Champions. Shady Side the defending 3A champs. Chargers the defending 2A champs. Both have WPIAL gold from a season ago. Into the corner, Rocco hands it off to Vaughn. Now near side, Tate. Open look for three. It's on the way off the rim, no good. Another rebound for Greer underneath. Dishes over to Kirshner. One dribble up strong, and the Chargers are on the board.
That's what they need. They need Greer to be on the glass all night and just finish around the rim, give them second chances, and on the defensive end, he got a rebound as well. A little bit of a new look, too. You talked about both being champions last year. OLSH graduated a couple guys. Shady Side lost one of their guys to a different school this year.
That shot off the market. Here comes Tate up the floor in transition. Now Greer kicking it out. Vaughn is there, and now it goes into the backcourt, and it's loose. It's still live, and chasing it down is Mallory. He feeds it down low, lay it up and score. Chargers kind of gave up on the play, and taking advantage is Mac Moan for two more.
Yeah, you got to hustle after that ball. Even though it's going to be a turnover, you at least got to touch it, make them take it out of bounds.
Kick it, do something with it. Don't give them a free 2 points. Vaughn, NBA range three, doesn't fall. Rebound, Teslovich and the Bulldogs. Teslovich, left side of the lane, kicks out, far side wing. It's Matt. Matt steps inside the arc, as does Michaels, and the big fella gets that one to go a quarter of the way down, and before it popped back out.
Yeah, another good look for them as well. Chargers got to keep contesting and make sure they're in the spots, communicate. They got to attack these gaps here. They got to get it swung faster. They're holding on to it too much. Attack the gaps.
Vaughn on the far side wing, bouncing over to Bryson Kirshner in the corner.
Got to split the top here. Got to be a 2-1-2. You got to split that one defender. Somebody cut.
Greer hands it off. Kirshner drives. Good on the roll for Bryson.
Well, that's a tough shot. Great finish there. That is a tough shot. I mean, taking all that contact, fading away, and still making it.
Halfway through the first, 7-4, Bulldogs lead the Chargers. Teslovich operates, gets a screen up top, bounces near side to Moan. Now into the corner. It's Matt handing it off to Moan, who drives on the right hand to the near side wing. Matt into Mallory. Ball gets deflected and taken away Vaughn. Baseball pass ahead. Greer to Spadafora with the Euro. Front rim doesn't go. Rebound out of bounds. Chargers try to save it, and they can as Greer ends up on his wallet. Sportsmanship there as Teslovich helps him up.
Great hustle again by Greer. Great look in transition. That's what the Chargers need to do. They need to push and attack the rim. Rocco just left it short there. Here comes Coladonado into the ball game. Right now, Shady Side, they're going to be really patient playing against this zone, too. They're not going to chuck up threes. They're going to be patient, try to work it inside, work it into the soft spot. Chargers just got to communicate, pinch the middles.
Back up the floor come the Bulldogs. Settling that one down is Matt. Now here to the near side. Deacon Durham fresh into the game for the Bulldogs, wearing number 2.
And Durham had a great game the other night off the bench for him. He brings a lot of energy here. He's a scrappy player, good defender.
Well, fresh into the game, Coladonado, and he gets a nice rebound as he saves that one from going out on the Chargers. Chargers get an offensive set. Spadafora looking for a triple. Does it go? Put back Kirshner, the recycling man, the Iceman, recycling man for 2.
Yeah, and this 1-3-1 with the way they play it, it's going to be tough to rebound out for Shady Side. So Kirshner and those guys got to keep crashing the glass.
3 that doesn't fall for Matt. Rebound Chargers, and trailing by just 1, have a chance to take their first lead. Nice pass by Vaughn, finding Coladonado, but it rims out. Oh my goodness, rim doesn't really like either of these teams early.
Man, we got to take the lid off the rim. We can't have any of that tonight. and make sure we knock down our shots and finish around the rim.
It's a great find by BJ, though.
Yeah, what a pass.
Inside, that one bouncing out for Cam Mallory, who's also checked into this game. Mallory, a freshman, and he drives, no, he travels, according to the official, does the freshman.
And the other night, Nate Mallory had a really good game on the glass, and all his points, almost all of his points, came from either face-up drives on the baseline and finishing around the rim or putbacks. So they got to make sure he's super athletic and super strong down there. They got to box him up, put a body on him.
Vaughn operates here for the Chargers. 1-point ball game. Kirshner flashes middle, gets up and fouled. He's headed to the line as Bryson.
That's a great job early, setting that double stagger screen for Rocco. They bite on it, and then Kirshner just flashes right back to the basketball. That middle is wide open in that zone right now. Got to keep attacking the middle.
Kirshner, a 68% free throw shooter on the season, 77 of 112 on the year, and he misses the first. Came in tonight with 285 points for the Chargers. Second best on the team, behind Rocco Spatafor with 362.
And tough one. You got to make them. Got to make your free throws.
Here's Durham. That one fading away, no good. Mesner into the game for the Chargers. That was saved, but saved to a Charger. And offensively, the Chargers back in business here with the minute 35 upcoming in the opening quarter.
Mesner comes into this game. He's got to be ready to knock down a shot early because it's going to open up for him when they swing it back to the weak side.
Mesner has it now. Into the corner to Kirshner. He's had a big first quarter for the Chargers. Vaughn, right on the right side of the block, no good. Rebound goes to Mallory. He's had a few of those kind of right place, right time rebounds.
Yeah, and those are tough shots in basketball too, those little mid-rangers. If you can master the mid-range, you're playing at a high level, you know, on and on. So you got to be able to attack the rim there.
Seems like it's a lost art. It's threes or dunks, right?
Yeah.
At every level of basketball.
Yeah, at this point, the way the game's changed now, that's what we're at. And if you can hit the mid-range, then you're really good.
Michaels comes up empty. Here come the Chargers pushing up the floor in transition. Vaughn, coast to coast, book him 2 tickets.
And that's what he needs to do. Keep attacking. No reason that any of those guys should be settling there. Attack the rim, attack the rim, attack the rim. You're either finishing or getting a trip to the line.
Near side operating is Durham. Cross-court pass to find Matt. Inside Michaels. Lost it, but Mallory was able to get it, and double dribble called on the junior Mallory.
And the defense is super active right now. They're doing a great job at pinching the middle and taking it away so they don't get those dives or hit the soft spot in the middle. And right now, it looks like they got Shady side a little overwhelmed. They're not sure where to go with the basketball. That time earned a travel call, double dribble, and here we go. Take the last shot. You got 20 seconds. Good find.
Colinado, another good look. It just can't get it to roll in. Chargers have their first lead of the ball game. 8-7. There's a deep three. Teslavich back iron, no good. Rebound to Matt. Nico Matt moves it outside. It's out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Charger basketball, 3 seconds to play in our opening quarter.
And the one tough thing about this is the Chargers got so many looks around the rim so far, and they haven't capitalized.
Deep three opportunity is 3/4 lengths court shot that doesn't fall, and that's the way this first quarter comes to a close, with the Chargers leading 8-7 over Shady Side Academy. And wanted to show you the Chargers' success in the postseason coming into tonight's ball game. It has been really impressive. They are 20-3 in the WPIAL playoffs since 2016. You see there on your screen, 37-6 since 2016. That's combining the WPIAL and the state playoffs. They've won 15 straight WPIAL playoff games. That dates back to their last loss in the WPIAL championship game in 2018 to Swickley Academy. But you have to go all the way back to 2016, February 18th, 2016. That's the last time OLSH lost a playoff game, not a championship game, but a WPIAL playoff game. This year's seniors were in 5th grade the last time that happened. It really puts into perspective
it's
the
unbelievable.
run that OLSH has been on.
Yeah, when you think of the Chargers, you think of OLSH, you think of this program and Coach Rodriguez and his staff and these players over the years. It's just winners, champions, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. And these guys have been terrific over these years. And ever since he stepped foot my junior year, he came in and took this program over. It's been going in the right direction, and they've just earned and deserve everything that they've got so far. And hopefully we're not done yet, and we keep adding to this, list of championships. But let's not jinx it. Let's get one tonight. They got to play every game like it's their last game, right?
No question. Yep. I mean, certainly the way that this is played out, Mike Rodriguez is at the top of the list on the reasons why. Inside, Mallory lost control of it, out of bounds on the Chargers. Vaughn was
on the sideline there, or end line. Yeah, Coach Rodriguez, Hall of Famer. Absolutely.
Yeah. And already an OLSH Hall of Famer, but certainly at some point a WPIAL Hall of Famer. There's no question.
There's no doubt.
And he's already in his 15th season at OLSH. And, you said that success didn't come immediately. He just didn't show up and the wins started piling up.
No, yeah. They had to work for all that. And they had to, get the right system down, the right program in it. And like I said, it started from day one. Teams that we had when I played for them for 2 years, we weren't the best teams. But, man, were we competing day in and day out.
Bouncing inside, Vaughn is up and fouled, and he'll go to the line. B.J. Vaughn, who we say to feel like, whether it be me, you, or Al, we always say what he does in the postseason, and B.J. Vaughn, there's just something about the level of his game that just gets elevated, and you could probably say that what he did on the football field and what he does on the hardwood.
Yeah, and he has a ton of experience, right? So all these years that they've been winning championships, the 4 years he's been here, he's got experience since his freshman year on the court, and he's made big plays. I remember watching that state championship game. He's coming in and hitting threes, getting the crowd into it. So, I mean, the guy just levels up when it gets to this time and crunch time.
57% free throw shooter, and he misses two. Chargers need to get better. There's Mesner chasing down a rebound. Outlet to Vaughn. Vaughn trying to make up with the tray. Doesn't fall. Rebound off a few hands, and Shady side pulls it away, and Mac Moan.
And getting some great looks here from three right now, and just can't get one to drop. One drops, you'll see a couple more drop.
It feels like the bugaboo of the girls last night. Could not find a three.
Yeah, we got to get one here early.
Inside, 7 minutes to go in the first half. Three from the corner pocket doesn't go from Nico Matt. Rebound Mesner. Lost control, regains it. Escorts it ahead to Spatafor. He goes to the rack and he's fouled from behind.
A little different story than we seen last night with the girls here. They're attacking the rim. They're calling fouls, right?
Yep.
Because you're being physical. So if you're the Chargers, you want to keep attacking the rim here. They've gotten so many looks right now. This game should be a three-possession game if they were to finish their free throws so far and make a couple layups.
Foul goes on Mallory, his first. That's Cam Mallory, by the way, not to be confused with Nate. Third team foul on the Bulldogs. Mesner.
So Shady side goes man here. Little wrinkled. Chargers started figuring out that 1-3-1 zone.
There's Colinado at the foul line. Outside Vaughn. Vaughn left side, bouncing to Colinado. Little on the right hand, directly underneath the hoop.
You see the chemistry there? He knew. He's like, we did this too many times this year. He knew he was going to be there. I don't even think he was able to see that wrapping around that pass. Unbelievable.
What a finish by Rocco.
Yeah, terrific. You need more of that. You know what I like right now, Mesner. A ton of great minutes so far in this early in this first half. He's playing so aggressive, got high energy. They needed this.
Just inside, Michaels gets his own rebound. Oh, just too short this time. Chargers going to give the Bulldogs. That's the first time I've done that. the former name of Shady Side Academy.
That's acceptable.
Right. You know when you've been doing it
You've been doing it 20 years like you have. So let's go back to what grade I was in when you started. Holy smokes. My man's been doing this since I've been a freshman here.
Man. Far side wing, three in the way. Good. Nico Matt ties things at 10.
Well, and that's one thing you can't do. The Chargers have been so good on the glass this far and also on defense. Can't give second chances.
There's Kirshner at the elbow, back outside, Vaughn, swinging far side, Spadafora for a triple, doesn't go, rebound Teslovich. And he'll settle it down here across the center line. He'll go all the way and drop in two, pure from Teslovich. That was impressive.
Yeah, he plays with a lot of pace and tempo when he gets to his spots, a lot of head fakes and shifty, get downhill, so you got to know where he is, stay in front of him.
Kirshner with the basketball, pulls it back outside. Spadafora. Rocco Spadafora. Near side. B.J. Vaughn looks for a triple. Off the rim, no good. Chased into the corner. Mesner, big rebound. Saved by Spadafora. Bouncing Caladinato. Rocco to Rocco for two more.
Great job. Again, Mesner getting the offensive rebound, just playing with energy.
That one thrown to the basket. And good for two. And a timeout taken by Shady Side Academy after Teslovich puts in his 6th point of the night, 14-12. And a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. 4:47 to go here in the second, and a 2-point ball game, Christian.
Got to contain Teslovich. He's getting out a couple times, and especially off a made basket. You got to sprint back. You know, they were in the pressure a little bit, the Chargers were, and then they dropped back and just into the zone. They got to sprint back and get to their spots. That can't happen off a made basket. And also, they got to keep attacking the rim right now. Don't settle for threes. I would say we're about 0-7 so far, or 0-8, so got to attack the rim. They'll fall at some point. You got to stay confident with it, though. Keep moving the basketball. But as we imagined, a grinded out first half so far, low scoring affair. Both teams taking their time trying to execute on offense. Shady Side keeps bouncing back from this 1-through-1 and man-to-man. But the Chargers have been able to break this 1-through-1 pretty easily. They got to dive to the rim once they hit the soft spot.
Out of the timeout, first one of the ball game from either side. Be interesting to see what comes out of that. As the Bulldogs have a 2-point advantage, here's Greer near side wing. Greer had some big buckets in the first round win over Beaver Falls. Travel.
You got to put the ball on the deck before you dribble there.
Seems like it's been a point of emphasis for PIAA officials this year. They've been really looking for that initial first step.
Yeah, most definitely. I think they were getting away with it too much like it's the NBA, so you had to crack down.
Teslovich, hands off, Moan, and now Matt. Nico Matt, Teslovich, guarded by Spadafora. And love the matchup here.
Yeah, me too. And the Chargers, you know, been in this situation quite a few times this year with playing against guys like Teslovich. You got Spratt and Valentine in the same section, so.
There's a travel on the other end. McMahon, funny you say Spratt because I feel like Teslovich's game is very similar. They seem very similar type players.
Yeah, they do. They got the same pace, the same shiftiness, can score around the rim, but also knock down the open shot from the outside. And I think, too, the Chargers are used to shadowing shooters like that and playmakers, so they're doing a good job right now at keeping the ball out of his hands unless it's transition.
Deep three on the way. B.J. Vaughn, the first triple of the ball game for the Chargers, comes at a good time as the Chargers retake the lead by one.
He was bound to hit one. Hopefully that gets him going here.
Vaughn's 29th three-pointer of the season. That one rebounded, stripped away by Greer and out of bounds off the Chargers, but a nice job by Darion to not allow Teslovich to go up with that basketball there.
Yeah, they got to make sure they funnel him right now. He's too shifty and too creative. He can't get in the teeth of the defense and get into the gaps in the painted area.
There's Teslovich as Caladinato fell onto his wallet. Away from the ball, three on the way for Teslovich, doesn't go. Michaels gets the rebound.
And because of that switch up there, Kirshner did a great job at contesting, but then Rocco was down there to rebound.
McMahon gives the Bulldogs back the lead. Back and forth we go.
And come down to getting the stops here. Take care of the basketball here. Don't want to turn it over.
Yep. That was McMahon trying to get in a passing lane there. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
Chargers going back to this overload action. Oh, Kirshner was wide open down there. They got to play the shooter out on the corner on the overload, so they got to close out the Spadafora.
Vaughn. Over to Greer, back up to BJ.
Good patience here. They just got to keep your spacing's got to be a little better, though. Nice.
There's Kirshner, weaves his way past defenders and off the window for two, and a technical on Bryson Kirshner. So he must have said something.
And that's unlikely of him to do anything like that. What a tremendous move that was, and he definitely probably looked and said something maybe to the player.
They ran into each other as well. Can we run that back again one more time? They ran into each other after the bucket here.
Technical foul on number 33, Bryson Kirshner.
And
yeah, it's unlikely of Kirshner. I mean, really, he's
and
such a nice kid off the court. I mean, you wouldn't think that he'd be. I mean, he gets up for these games and intense, but.
So Teslovich goes to the line, and he hits his first and ties things at 17.
And I heard Coach Rodriguez yelling to the referees, my player says he didn't. So
yeah,
I'm thinking, you know, must have said something, or they thought he said something. And that's unfortunate there, because what a great move and terrific move by Kirshner.
And it will be Shady side up by a bucket. Now the good news is that's only Kirshner's first foul. Would have been way worse.
Yeah, if he was in foul trouble there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're up one now with those free throws.
Teslovich and the Bulldogs get the possession. Pretty quick whistle there. You don't normally see that.
Yeah, especially not in this kind of atmosphere, in this kind of playoff game, what means so much. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of emotions.
Bryson gets a block out of bounds off the Bulldogs. Make up for it there, 33.
Yeah, and great job there by not fouling and staying straight up and vertical and getting a block.
Vaughn on the near side. Spadafora, Rocco goes to work against Teslovich. Now Coladinato and now Kirshner.
BJ's got to be more vocal and move around here. Yeah, there he is. He's wide open on the other side.
Kirshner out to Spadafora. Minute 15 to go here.
Terrific patience so far.
There's Vaughn for a triple. Doesn't go. Rebound. Shady side. Nico Matt will bring it up now. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Bulldogs by one. Far side, Matt for three, and he hits it.
The one thing that the Chargers can't do, they're playing terrific defense on the perimeter there, but they can't get screened in. And that time Greer gets screened in, and they throw it over the top.
21-17. 30 seconds to play, first half. Far side, Greer. Darion feeds it down low. Coladinato chases down the loose ball. Gives it back to Darion. Rocco to Bryson. Bryson on the left hand. He'll pull up, try to bank it in. It goes off of the Chargers. Take it away. Moan pushes it up the floor. Moan all the way. Lay it up and score.
And now the Chargers having bad spacing the last couple possessions.
Spadafora, bounce it to Vaughn. Vaughn, foul. And there'll be a on-the-floor foul against Shady's side. And it'll be their fifth foul.
Bulldogs foul on number 55, Ben Michaels.
Michaels' first foul. It's correction, the team's fourth. And there's 0.1 seconds left, so it's just a tap opportunity here that will end the first half. Chargers trailing. Bulldogs leading the Chargers here at halftime of the WPIAL Quarterfinals. Shady Side Academy 23, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart 17. You're watching live coverage of the WPIAL playoffs, and it's right here on the OLSH Sports Network. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the halftime show, highlights and analysis from the first half, and we'll give you an update on who won the game that will affect who wins and loses this game. That's all to come and more. The halftime show, live from North Hills, what we're watching, the OLSH Sports Network. And we welcome you back here, halftime at North Hills, back with Christian Harbaugh, Matt Fargo with you. The band's all here. And, well, not all the way. Shout out OLSH. Get well soon.
Still missing Al.
Yeah, we're still missing Al. And I know he's at home watching, so shout out to Al. Hey, if you want information on OLSH Chargers athletics for schedules, roster stories, and more, visit olshathletics.org. Special thanks to our website sponsor, Covenant Financial Advisors. And you can save the date for OLSH Spring Open House Thursday, March 23rd from 5 to 7. Explore all that OLSH has to offer and see what makes OLSH the best independent Catholic high school in our region. You can get all your Charger essentials at olshgear.com. Anything from sweatshirts to pajama pants that Christian loves to hats, we've got you covered. Gear up with the latest in Charger fashion to support your favorite teams during any season. Visit olshgear.com for more information. And a reminder that OLSH Theater Department will present Big Fish on March 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 11th at 7:30 and March 5th and 11th at 2 p.m. Tickets are just $15 for adults and $10 for high school students and younger. Seating is limited. Purchase your tickets online at olsh.org/apps/pages/tickets or go to olsh.org and you can find it from there before they all sell out. Hey, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. All 8th grade students and transfers in grades 10 and 11 are invited to join us for a shadow day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student. Students will get assigned a Charger ally, their host for the day, and will attend classes, meet teachers and students, and eat lunch on us. Pre-register for your experience at olsh.org/visit. You can also save the date for OLSH's annual auction that will be held Saturday, April 29th. We hope to see you there. Bring your wallet. Show your Charger pride and help us continue to provide athletic broadcasts all season long and all seasons long with a business or individual sponsorship on our OLSH Sports Network broadcast. Be our game or halftime sponsor and support all of us and the Chargers. For more information, visit olshathletics.org for more info, and keep in mind, as the playoffs are here and that we got a bunch left, no matter win or lose, with the consolation potential state playoff games, over 1,000 people tuned in live last game. We appreciate all of you watching, but eyeballs mean that people are watching this, and if you're watching this, then maybe your business or somebody else can benefit from it.
Absolutely.
Hey, ironic here that 12 years ago today, Christian, OLSH played right on this gym at North Hills in a playoff game against Swickley Academy 12 years ago in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs, and we have the highlights. So we're gonna throw it back a little bit here. Round one of the WPIAL playoffs 12 years ago today. Some maybe familiar faces if you go back a ways. There's our buddy Jamie Usual, who was in his first year as coach.
What a stud.
As the Chargers took on, the Swickley Academy Panthers were defending state champions. Ironically, the Chargers come in tonight as defending state champions. And, of course, Swickley Academy, a big rival. Carrington Motley was the big guy on the team. But you see there, you got John Latch Shout out to John Latch. You got Isaiah Neely wearing the 23. Julian Falasino. This is just a pretty cool thing to watch of throwing it back. And the video makes me feel old because it looks a lot older than 12 years ago, buddy.
Was this on a camcorder? What did you film this on? Your phone, your flip phone?
This might have been a reel-to-reel back then. I don't know.
This is tremendous. The jerseys I wore back in the day.
There's Falasino getting the bucket.
My man, San Germano. Look at that crowd.
All the Charger faithful in attendance. And the Panthers were pretty good that year. You see, Motley was pretty tough one to handle. But the Chargers would rally back because of that guy. Young-looking Mike Rodriguez. Gotta love it.
We need a rally in this second half here and another comeback like 12 years ago.
No question. And Swickley and the Chargers were battling it out. But too much to handle as the Chargers would end up coming away with the victory. Here's Matt San Germano, one of the best. Stephon Arch comes across your screen. He was one of the best to put on the purple and gold. Look at this pass from San Germano. Hook it up to Sean Feely, whose parents are in the stands tonight. There's Andrew Ori. Chargers win it 56-42 over the Panthers. And look at this young buck that we had a chance to interview. Throwing it back.
This is awesome. Gotta love that.
Good stuff. Looks a little bit different in here tonight, and the video looks a little bit cleaner tonight.
That's right. We got HD now.
That's right. But your thoughts as we take a look at some highlights from the first half. Your thoughts as we kind of recap this first half of basketball as the teams just come back out on the floor.
I honestly think the Chargers were controlling the pace up until the last 2.5 minutes before halftime. And, you know, unfortunately, Kirshner makes a nice move, and then he gets teed up. And I think that shifted the momentum a little bit to Shady side, Academy's side. And then they got a couple layups and made a couple shots. And then the Chargers turned the ball over and bad spacing a little bit on offense. And it led to them having this lead now, 23-17. Now, I look for the Chargers to make a little bit of adjustments, but they just got to know, hey, look, the spacing's got to be better. We can't turn the basketball over if they're going to be in that 1-3-1 zone. We got to make sure we break it like we were in the first quarter and early in the second quarter, finding the soft spot, finding the dives, running an overload or running the 2-1-2 and splitting the top of the defense. And then on the defensive end, they did, for the most part, they did a really good job on Teslavich, and they got to contain him and make sure they funnel him, contest all his shots, and don't let him get in the teeth of the defense, and make sure that they don't get screened in here on this zone. Nico Matt hit 2 big threes, and I think that really changed the game a little bit too. So they got to make sure they contest him and keep the guys off the glass. But I look for the Chargers to try to push the tempo and get out in transition in the second half. They got to win the first 4 minutes here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's one of those, you know, are you a glass half full or are you a glass half empty type of person? Because I think that's really what the first half was about. Was, you know, Chargers did a lot of good things well, but they also struggled in departments which, you know, really it was the final minute. The technical and then the next 3 possessions has them down what they are, 23-17, because they were, right before the technical, they were up by 1.
Yeah, no, absolutely. As my man, Coach Joe Lewandowski, shout out to him if he's listening tonight, but would say halftime score in sports is the most overrated score in sports. So make your adjustments here at halftime. You come out and you know, change the game if you're the Chargers here.
Well, you know, and I think, too, we talked on Monday about the third quarter being the Chargers' signature quarter on right back into the game. But now the Chargers are going to be playing from behind, unlike they were on Monday. You'd like to think that there's going to be some big-time chess moves here on the coaching side of things in this third quarter.
Yeah, and I think the Chargers are going to have to try to speed Shady side up a little bit. See if they come out in a little man-to-man. See if they do some run and jump in the full court here. Because the thing is, the Shady side Academy likes to play slow, and they like to execute. So, you know, this lead right now is playing into their favor because they like to execute, take some time off the clock with there being no shot clock. they'll hold the ball for a minute and a half before they take a shot. So the Chargers are going to have to speed these guys up a little bit and play with a little bit more aggressiveness and aggression to try to get some runouts, let their defense generate their offense here.
You mentioned a shout out to Coach, and we want to shout out to Coach Doc Quinn.
Yes.
Who's not on the bench tonight.
We miss you.
Yep, still out of town, enjoyed himself, so shout out to Coach Doc.
And another shout out, even though he's on the other side, Cal Carrington, my man KY, played for us at Point Park for 3 years. Great guy.
There you go. Third quarter underway on OSN. Happy to bring it to you tonight as Chargers trying to get back in this one. Inside Greer, hesitation and a trip to the line. Just a smart basketball play.
Yeah, and there it was. Tease it, move it, swing it around, make the defense work a little bit, find the soft spot. They found Kirshner in the middle, and then Greer is such a good slasher and diver and cutter, and he goes right to the rim, find him, good pump fake, play off two, and earns a trip to the line. Now you got to make some free throws.
Yeah, Darion Greer, 58% free throw shooter on the season. Make that 11 of 18 on the year for Darion Greer.
And also, Greer needs to look to rip and go. He's a very good driver, too, so if he gets a ball in a corner, just rip and go baseline.
Converts both. Chargers chip into it. First trip up the floor for the Bulldogs. Lone. Both teams with their starting lineups out on the floor to start. There's Greer causing confusion. It's into the backcourt. Teslovich gets it over.
And again, that's what the Chargers need to do, exactly that. Come out.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the scouting report must mean Mac Bone can't hit many threes because Chargers just became spectators. WPIAL almost charged them all in mission on that one.
Yeah, I say no dare shots, but on that one, you lucked out. I mean, they were trying to do that a little bit. It wasn't as obvious in the first half.
Greer, what a take!
And the one thing I can say about Greer, go back to the days when he's in 5th grade, Charge.
Charge on the other end.
But get back to the, and BJ is always in position, man. This dude is terrific at taking charges. He really is. I mean, he knows what spots to be in and where to be, and he always leaves his body on the line. That's a football mentality for you.
Chargers trail by 2, and they have the basketball. Tate, Greer now. Out to Kirshner. Back to Tate. Spadafora. Inside. Kirshner on the right hand. Hook. Good on the left side of the lane.
Man. You think they made those adjustments at halftime? Coming out more aggressive here on defense. Momentum's back on their side now, finding a soft spot, attacking the rim.
Just like that, Chargers tied at 23. A little Euro step, a couple extra steps maybe there for Teslovich.
Well, now Greer can't stop playing there. He's got to try to work back and get it back in there. But Michaels can't hold him off like that either. That's a foul. Refs need to see that next time.
Vaughn. To Tate and now to Spadafora. Rocco goes to work, bouncing inside Greer. Up strong. Oh, it rims out. He gets his own rebound. He's looking again to go inside, off the window. Tip no good. Rebound underneath, off a few hands. It's loose, and finally Shady side takes possession.
Need to get the 50-50 basketballs. Yeah. Good hustle there by both Greer and Kirshner, but they got to come up with it. Grab it with 2 hands.
Teslovich falling into the basket. No good.
Good job by Tate just walling up there and staying down.
An official timeout because I think Bryson Kirshner's bleeding.
Not surprised. Guy's physical in there.
Tatum O'Brien back as trainer for the Chargers in this year of athletic trainer roulette, I guess. So Kirshner going to be out for a little bit here. Donato came into a spot. Missing there is Spadafora.
And the one thing I'll say, that's 2 times now that they didn't let Spadafora land on his shot, and he's got knocked over. They got to protect the shooter.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take.
You know, you got to be able to protect the shooter there. Yep. You can't go underneath where he's landing. And 2 good looks that he's had so far tonight. One of them is going to fall. You got to keep shooting him. Stay confident. 1.
Teslovich, who has 10 tonight. Mallory and Teslovich play catch.
The Chargers doing a good job here, funneling, looking like a two tandem here in drop coverage. Just want to funnel Teslovich and not let him get into the paint. Be a playmaker or score around the rim.
Mallory on the right hand, yes.
That's a tough finish there, too. That was contested. I mean, that was really good defense. It was just a better shot by Mallory.
Chargers went on a run to start the third now. Bulldogs on a bit of a run. BJ tries to put an end to it. Floater doesn't fall. Mallory the rebound. Outlet pushed ahead to Matt. Nico Matt. Far side Moan.
The only thing about not stepping out and guarding Moan is, you know, eventually he's going to knock one down. So you got to make sure you contest at some point.
3 on the way from the corner, no. For Teslovich, he gets his own rebound up and a foul on the floor. I think BJ's going to get this one coming from behind.
Got to make sure you turn around and box out a shooter there. It was a great contest by BJ, but he didn't box out the shooter, and Teslovich gets right around him, gets his own rebound, and now it's a foul.
BJ's first, Kirshner in, Vaughn out. Bryson with 10 points tonight. Tied for the most on the floor. Block Coladinato, loose and found again by Mallory.
This is 3 times now. You just got to...
An intentional foul. No shot. They hit the 3, did Mac Moan. And they call an intentional foul on Darion Greer. Here's another look at this.
So they're going to wave off the basket here. And
because they
Darion Greer. The foul was before the shot, so the basket does not count.
But the one thing about this is 2 times now, and Coach Rodriguez wants an explanation. This is 2 times now that Shady Side Academy, different players, by the way.
Well, why is 12 shooting here? Well, can we run this back again, Matt? The foul is on 1 here. You'll see Greer push 1 there. Why is 12 at the line? I'm confused. Can you help me out here?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if they're calling this because it is
they called it an intentional foul.
Yeah, so then it's going to be a technical. It's going to be a technical foul.
Essentially, it is.
Right, and then he's going to be able to pick who he wants at the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't know what the holdup was. Mac Moan is at the line.
Well, I think they were trying to mark who the foul actually, went against, but
which it goes against
Greer,
which is his first.
But what I was going to say is that Shady Side Academy has did this twice tonight already, where they're trying to just get in your way and back you out with their backs, and that's a moving screen. The ref's got to notice that. Yeah. They can't just get in your way, because as the defender, you have the right to get to the shooter and get to the path of where you're trying to go.
So essentially the second technical that has really hurt the Chargers in that way, as the inbound gets blocked out of bounds by Kirshner and Tate in the combo there.
And you just got to battle through adversity here, and you never want to give them free trips to the line like that, but Chargers just got to get one stop at a time here in a man-to-man defense and try to funnel Teslovich.
Bouncing inside Mallory, guarded by Vaughn. Vaughn turn around, rims out, rebound underneath Michaels, kicks it back outside Moan. Moan to the far side wing and Matt. Now time of possession up by 6. Spinning Mallory through the lane, too hard, rims out, rebound, chased into the corner, saved again by Shady Side as Moan chases it into the corner, and a timeout taken by the Bulldogs, up by 6, a good timeout there.
Chargers got to be able to rebound here. Too many second chance and third chance opportunities for Shady Side.
Timeout, Shady Side, full timeout.
Full timeout taken by the Bulldogs, and they have the 29-23 advantage. Kind of interesting, coming into this game, Chargers averaged 61 points a game, averaged giving up 50 per game. Shadyside Academy just under that offensively, 58 points per game, and also averaging giving up 50 per game. So you kind of felt like, it doesn't always work this way, but according to the tale of the tape, this is what we were going to get, and so far we have.
Yeah, you're getting a grinded-out game. You're getting a slowed-down game. Both teams playing a lot of zone tonight, and now the Chargers trying to speed them up a little bit because they like to get out and run and score in transition and get some points, and that's where their offense comes from. And so now with playing behind, down 6 in this third quarter, they're trying to make a run right now to end this third quarter, but it's got to start on the defensive end, and they got to rebound. Too many second chances and third chances on the glass.
The other kind of bizarre thing is Shadyside Academy has burned 2 timeouts now. OLSH has not burned any. Mike Rodriguez has kept them all in his pocket to this point.
Yeah, and he knows down the stretch he might need them, right? Yep. So that's a good thing,
Out of the timeout, Shadyside gets it into Teslovich. Far side Michaels. Up top to Moan.
If you're BJ here, you can't let Mowry catch the ball on a block where he wants to. You got to fight around him here. See, that's too easy, and now
travel. After all that,
and that's getting into Moan's head a little bit that they, aren't contesting him out there. So that time tried to rush and make a quick decision, and he travels. But they can't let Mowry catch the ball where he wants it on that block because he can score down there.
3-minute mark and inside now here in the third.
Rocco has to be more assertive here too. He has to want the basketball and want to attack the teeth of the defense.
B.J. Vaughn to the rack with the fillet.
And B.J.'s having a terrific game on both ends right now.
Teslovich fouled. Tried to earn one there.
See, and
he did.
Yep, and that's the 5th time tonight that the Chargers scored a basket and Teslovich gets out in transition instead of getting back. You just got to know, number 3, he's the guy that wants to get the ball and attack the rim when you're not looking and before you set up your defense.
Second foul charged to Tate, who fouled out in the Beaver Falls game, so not in jeopardy right there as Teslovich hits his 11th point of the night and takes the lead as far as overall leading scorer. And wow, got a nice roll on that one.
I think we need to find a way to get Greer back in the game here. He was making a difference in the beginning of this third quarter.
Yep. Rocco Coladinato. Tate. And now Spadafora. Hands it off to Bryson. Kirshner contested, missed once, up strong twice, and he gets the recycled 2.
Kirsch finishing around the rim tonight, doing a great job, staying relentless. It's what can't happen, travel.
On the other end, back to the Chargers. Coming up on 2 minutes ago here in the third, and both Teslovich and Bryson Kirshner tied leading all scorers with 12 points apiece.
Yeah, this would be a great time for number 1 to find one.
No question. I mean, he has no points tonight.
Yeah, and this 1-3-1 and 2-1-2 that they're running has been giving Rocco some trouble up there. Him handling the basketball is, not really gave him any opportunities. He's just standing at half court once he passes it.
Right.
He's got to move.
There's Bryson back inside, fading away. Foul! Bucket and the foul for Bryson Kirshner!
And why not go where it's working right now, right? Kirshner's having a terrific game in the middle down there. And what a move. Great little Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway, put your leg up, create some separation, takes the contact, finishes. 33 having a great game tonight.
He's balling out, no question.
But Rocco Spadafora needs to get on the board.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough.
3-point play for 33. 15 points
here
tonight.
Got to sit down and guard, communicate, over-communicate here.
Chargers tip right back, and it's a 1-point game after Bulldogs led by 6 in this quarter. Minute 25 as the clock winds.
Got to funnel Teslovich here. Good. There you go.
Tipped away there. Kirshner forces the jump ball, but the arrow favors the Bulldogs. Chargers maybe get to hang on to that to start the fourth, potentially.
You think 33 wants it bad enough? Man, he's playing like it.
Yep.
He's leaving it all out here right now. BJ got to work around Mallory. Don't give him any looks right now. There you go.
Teslovich gets a screen up top. 3 on the way from the far side wing. It's short. And the Chargers, Bryson, pinpoint accuracy for the Iceman. Throws it off of Mallory and out of bounds.
What hustle by 33 right now. He's doing it all. All the little things, finishing around the rim, distributing the basketball, rebounding the basketball, guarding. There he is, wide open.
Yep. Pulls it back out, 45 seconds to play here in the third. Chargers looking for a lead for the first time since the second quarter.
Why
Rocco
not?
Spatafora, first time tonight. No, he couldn't get it to go. Moan the rebound, and here comes Shady side with 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
He's getting so many great looks in that zone. One's bound to fall. He's too good of a player, too good of a shooter. He's doing a great job on defense right now on Nico Matt.
Mallory hands it off to Mallory. Blocked by Kirshner and out of bounds. Off of the Bulldogs, Bryson Kirshner.
33. Flex on him, baby.
But not too much, but not too much.
The Iceman. It's getting cold in here.
It sure is. 10 seconds here in the third. Chargers playing for the final shot, maybe the lead.
Attack the rim.
Going to the fourth here. 5 seconds. Down to 3. Tate with 2. BJ at the buzzer. Good! BJ Vaughn to end the third.
That's what 34 does. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time spots.
There
what
it
a
is.
shot.
Chargers hit a 3 to give themselves the first lead of the game, or the first lead of the half. Vaughn knew it was going in.
And my coach's mentality up here, I'm like, what are you doing, guys? There's only 2 seconds left. You got to attack the rim. You got to go do something.
Yes.
Give yourself a chance to get an offensive rebound if you miss. And this man just says, no offensive rebound needed. I'm gonna make this at the buzzer.
Second one of the day for BJ Vaughn, his 30th of the season. Comes at a big time to give the Chargers a 33-31 lead going into the fourth.
I'm sweating here.
Whew. It's a fun one. No question.
It's going to be a terrific fourth quarter here.
No
I mean,
doubt.
this is going to be unbelievable. What a game. What a battle it's been so far. Chargers just aren't going away. They're being relentless. Kirshner had a terrific third quarter. See if you can get Spatafora one early in the fourth quarter here. See one drop, stuff changes.
All the Chargers able to take the lead for the first time since mid-second quarter. Taking it into the fourth quarter, 33-31 over Shady side as we go into the fourth. By the way, didn't mention at halftime, we got caught up with the highlights. Neshannock beat York earlier today, so Neshannock awaits the winner of this game. York awaits the loser of this game.
And what a battle that was before.
Oh man, that was a great game too.
Rocking. It was a great game. Went down to the wire.
Tate conducts traffic. Gets a screen from Kirshner, and he'll go back inside. BJ,
they're trying
inside,
to overload.
call it an auto to Kirshner. Up and in for 2 more for 33.
My man is having a terrific game tonight. And you got to keep playing here. Don't settle. Don't stop communicating.
Double team in the corner. Tate all over Teslovich. He threw it away. Hands it off underneath. Blocked. But a foul called. It will be Kirshner's second.
Man, he is leaving everything out here right now. Mallory just slips away when they're doubling Teslovich there. They got to communicate. They got to be pulled over on the weak side. Make sure you see that. Don't let them slip behind you. You can't let them earn free throws here at the line with the time stopped.
Off the rim, no good for Nate Mallory, who's a junior on this Bulldog squad.
Now, one thing I will say, though, this isn't a bad foul. He doesn't shoot it really well from the line.
Announcers jinx the other way, my friend.
Tried.
1 of 2 at the line will take it. Just a point on that trip for SSA. And here's Spadafora handing off Tate to Vaughn.
Need to be able to take care of the basketball here.
And a foul, hand check on Mallory.
Yeah, and you didn't want to put the pressure on Shady Side Academy. You want to keep attacking the rim here. No sense of settling right now unless it's in rhythm and it's a great play and you're wide open. You want to keep moving the basketball and attacking downhill. Shady Side having a tough time stopping the Chargers at the rim.
Bryson up top, quickly to Spadafora, who conducts traffic.
Wouldn't this be a great time? ISO 1.
BJ, another triple off the rim, no good. Rebound, Donato at the elbow. He'll pull up at the elbow and splash it in for 2. Donato.
Rocco Donato. My man is the garbage man. Good cleanup on the glass. Nice touch from the mid-range.
Michaels underneath, blocking foul on Bryson.
And he was there.
Will be his 4th.
But he turned his body at the last second. I think he just was a tad off.
Chargers cannot lose Kirshner, and he's coming out.
Yeah, and it's smart by Coach Rodriguez and his staff here to take him out. I mean, he's not going to sit long. He can't sit him long. But Greer has had a pretty good game, too. Just got to be smart now. That's
nice
too easy.
Nice inbound play. Mac Moan made it look real easy. Spadafora. You've been waiting on it, Christian.
Yeah, he's
waiting
so
on his
overdue.
moment.
He needs one. He just needs one to fall down.
Oh, just a lazy pass there inside, and Shady Side comes away with it. Teslovich to Michaels, lay it up and score.
And that's the right look there. That is the right look, but that's a tough one.
Timeout, Chargers.
Timeout.
1 point lead for the Chargers.
30-second time.
And a game of runs continues as these two defending champs trading punches.
Yeah, going back to back here. Chargers are doing a great job finishing around the rim. Kirshner's had a big time second half. BJ with the big shot, but then Shady Side just won't go away. Can't turn the ball over here. Can't give any easy runouts because right now the Chargers have been terrific in the half court man-to-man. But it's when they get runouts and Teslovich gets loose in transition. And that time Michaels gets out and runs the rim, and good find. And that was the right play from BJ to Greer.
Greer, yeah.
But it's just a tough pass. Probably better over the top for him to go get it.
It didn't seem like it was crisp enough.
And they got hand. I mean, it was a tough window to throw it in. I mean, you really got to thread the needle there to get that one through, and that's a tough play. But he's seen what was there. It was just a tough pass. But they can't let 33 sit too long. I mean, it was a right idea, but 1 point game, 6 minutes left.
And look what they've done since he's been on the bench.
Yeah, they've had 2 baskets. They've had a turnover and 2 baskets.
Yep.
But again, the Chargers' shot selection has to be good in this 6 minutes. They can't turn the ball over, but they can't take a tough one. You got to know what's in rhythm and what's not.
6 minutes to play in regulation. Chargers by 1. BJ Vaughn. Vaughn inside, back out to Greer, and now Spadafora. Handoff, Greer from Spadafora.
And that's one thing that he can do. Get in the teeth of the defense, a little 5-out spacing. Greer just finds the dump off there, and great finish. And contest, no dare shots right now.
Moan.
It's a moving screen.
Throws it towards the basket, catching Mallory inside, and he traveled. Yep.
Sorry, I get carried away sometimes making these calls. I mean, moving screen, travel.
You're the genie up here predicting the future. That's what's going on here.
Well, hopefully I've got a genie that we predict the win.
All right. Chargers lead by 3. A great basketball game tonight in North Hills. Wow. Tate near side, Donato. Up top, Greer. Here's BJ Vaughn.
Don't get to clog it up. Spacing here.
Far side, Tate. Spadafora and Teslovich. Oh, no! no!
No way.
Oh,
No way.
no!
No way.
That is, you just can't do that. Oh, that's a killer.
That's a tough play there. I mean, you got to let them play a little bit.
Yeah,
We're in a playoff game. This has been a back-and-forth battle all night. These guys are playing hard. You can't call something like that right now. Don't leave Moan wide open.
There it is. Michaels and Moan playing catch with each other.
I mean, if we had to pick, I'd leave Michaels out there to try to shoot the basketball.
Right.
Playing a triangle and two action
There's
here.
another opportunity. He open for three, but he comes up empty.
After this possession, I'd send Kirshner to the table. 5 out here.
Asking out, yep.
Spacing.
Coming up on 4 minutes of play in this ball game. Chargers by 3.
You don't want to clog up the lane here. Cut with a purpose. When you get the ball and you get a drive, rip and go on a bad closeout. Got to find a mismatch. Oh, what a cut.
There's PJ blocking.
Well, I was going to say, I would have been down on the court if that wasn't a blocking foul.
Yeah.
Oh, my. I mean, he wasn't even in front of him. BJ was a terrific cut. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
Oh.
I shouldn't even been in doubt.
I think everybody was holding their breath on that one.
Yeah, I was. I was going to throw the monitor down on the court.
Spatafora thought about it, drives, hands it off. Covenanto for 2 more. What a play.
So smart by one. What a great drive by one. Good dump off. Covenanto there with his hands ready to finish.
3 on the way, Teslavich, no good. Rebound, Greer. And now Spatafora.
Slow it down.
To Tate. Tate navigates, hands it off to Vaughn, and the Chargers slow it down as we come to 3:30 to play in the ball game.
We'll get the ball back in Rocco's hands here. Got to be patient. Take your time. If they overplay you, you backdoor.
Spatafora in the lane, back out. Vaughn, ball fake, drives. Vaughn to the rack. B.J. Vaughn.
Man, he's been so crafty all night.
Gonna get a
Great
timeout
job.
here. Chargers, biggest lead of the night. 43-36. Timeout, Shady Side Academy.
And you made this run with Kirshner on the bench. And
How about that?
And you know what? No knock to Kirshner right now.
No.
But he was posting up, and they were figuring it out a little bit, starting to double him. And now they're just going 5 out, and they're just beating him off the bounce. Why? Because they got skilled players, athletes, guys that can get downhill. And that's what they should have been doing all year. If anytime they see man-to-man, I mean, I'd be licking my chops if I had these 5 guys out here. I mean, that's just recipe for success.
Chargers have 4 timeouts left. Shady Side burns their 3rd, so they have 2 left. Possession arrow favors Shady Side Academy. With 3:06 to play, the Chargers trying to get back to a 7th consecutive WPIAL semifinal, trying to make it back to a 7th consecutive WPIAL championship. Well documented, Shady Side Academy, champions of this classification 1 year ago. Chargers fresh into the classification out of AA, and a ball game here tonight at North Hills.
This has been an unbelievable game. I mean, so exciting. Momentum has shifted several times. A lot of big plays from the Chargers. 3 minutes left, still a lot of time though, so you got to keep your poise. But you have four timeouts in your back pocket here. You got 3 minutes to go. You got a lead here. Now you just got to be patient. These guys are playing with terrific IQ so far on the offensive end. But on the defensive end, this is what it's going to matter. You got to contest shots, and you got to rebound the basketball. And still, Kirshner on the bench, rolling the dice a little bit here for Coach Rodriguez.
Yeah, with 4 fouls, 3 minutes to go. Bryson Kirshner on the bench. Inbound goes right into Mallory. Mallory falls, travels, Charger ball.
Yeah, I mean, what a play there. I mean, BJ sliding behind him, thinking about taking a charge, but they just got tangled up. And you know what? Credit the ref there for not calling anything, because he could have easily called a blocking foul there or a charge.
Chargers up the floor, under 3 minutes to go here. How much do you be patient and how much, I mean, it doesn't seem like Shady side wants them to be very patient right now. They're coming after the basketball.
Yeah, they're going to attack you, so guess what? If you have the opening in the lanes and find a soft spot, you got to score right now. If you get a layup, you got to score. They're going to trap in this 1-3-1, you got to attack the middle. Those passes can't happen, though.
Just got that over to Vaughn. That was.
And I talked to Coach Cosent before the game.
Donato! Rocco! Donato, 2 more. He has 10 off the bench for the Chargers.
What patience there. Great ball movement. Almost lost the handle twice, but Donato, great hands and finish.
That's going to be a foul on Greer, and the 7th on the Chargers, which will send Nate Mallory to the line for Shady side for a 1-and-1.
You don't want to stop the time right now, but back to what I was saying when I was talking to Coach Cosent before the game, and we talked about that because in that first game with York and Nishanik, they were doing the same thing. Kind of Nishanik was trying to play keep away a little bit, but still being a little bit aggressive, and we talked about it. You have to be aggressive still, because if you just get complacent and you try to just play keep away, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough.
It's a lot harder than just saying play keep away.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying. It's so hard to just play. You have to really practice that. There's got to be a delay game put in, a play put in. You got to be in the right spots at the right time. You can't make long passes across the court like that.
Both are good from the junior Nate Mallory. And I think OLSH is asking for a timeout, and they're getting one. Mike Rodriguez takes a timeout. Mallory has 5 points, by the way. Timeout Chargers. 2:15 officially on the scoreboard here in the 4th quarter. And the Chargers have a 45-38 lead. And
that was a tough one there. You don't want to foul in that situation. I mean, you don't want to stop the time, put them at the line, let them make 2 free throws right now. The two worst things you could do is foul, put them at the line, and turn the basketball over right now. So, you know, at this point in time, I would like to say it doesn't look like Kirshner's sitting down, so he's keeping him out of the game, which isn't a bad thing. He's not sitting.
Yeah, he's
so
not sitting.
My guess is he's still not in the game here. And that's fine, because he doesn't want him to pick it up on the defensive end. But maybe you can go some offense-defense here. You put him in here on this possession on the offensive end because you want him to be able to score and help you out. But then you can try to take him back out. Plus, you got 3 timeouts still.
Yep.
A lot of time in this game, though. You got to be smart.
There's an eternity left. And the way that this game has gone, it's been a game of runs back and forth. Shady side has really controlled. They really had the advantage most of this game, and then it wasn't until the Chargers took their first lead of the second half on a buzzer beater to end the 3rd by B.J. Vaughn, and the Chargers have led since then here in the 4th quarter. B.J. Vaughn to inbound it for the Chargers. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to play in this 4th quarter.
Flash somebody middle. Don't get trapped here. You got to go the other way. You're going the wrong way.
On up the floor. They get it across. Greer stumbles, falls. It's loose. Still loose. Picked up by Shady side. And they get a free possession out of it. Here they come up the floor. Tipped out of bounds by Greer. We'll stay Bulldog basketball. We are inside 2 minutes to play.
And what I love there is the hustle, right? You turn the basketball over, unfortunately trying to split the defense, fall to the ground, no foul called, but then he chases back and gets back into play and tips it out. And here comes Kirshner here. Good call. I mean, at this point, there's under 2 minutes to go. You have to have him out here.
Right. And he's in defensively, so to keep an eye on that. Deep 3 on the way. Moan, no. Rebound goes out to Moan. Moan drives inside. Ball tipped away. Taken away by Vaughn. Vaughn leads it ahead to Tate. Tate to the rack with a Euro. Lay it up. No. Rebound out of bounds. Off of Shady side. It stays with the Chargers with 1:37 to play.
And that's what you need to do, too. You had the numbers. You were in transition. What a great move. It's just tough in traffic there. But he's got to finish. He's got to use it. Use the glass.
Inbound coming here from Tate. From the baseline, gets it into Bryson. Kirshner, 1 dribble to Vaughn.
Got to get the ball into Rocco's hands.
Vaughn, couple of dribbles, and he's fouled from behind by Teslovich. It'll actually be Teslovich's first foul of the game.
Foul on number 3, Eli
And Vaughn is so good at clearing you out and holding you behind and using his body to, and that's how he draws a foul there. He just got the defender on his hip and let him run right through him.
Team 6 wide open is Kirshner. They forgot they put him back in the game.
Goggles. What a pass.
Teslovich up and fouled. 2 shots coming for Eli Teslovich at the line with the clock stopped with a minute 21 to play.
So that's 5 on him, and which is tough right now. Right, and that's why the crowd is a little excited over here for the Chargers. It was a foul, unfortunately, but they have to funnel him earlier, and he has to leave his feet. So here's why it's a foul. He doesn't go vertical and straight up. He just stood there, and he didn't try to take a charge either. But what a heck of a night for him.
And you know what? Yeah, an incredible night for Bryson Kirshner, who ends this game 19 points finally. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
We're all right.
That's Sister Francine math.
That's right.
Shout out to the sisters, by the way. Haven't done that yet.
That's right.
Tonight.
I seen Sister earlier today.
She's here. She looked at me. She goes, "I'm here tonight."
Oh,
I'm like, "Okay, sister."
She knew. She went back and listened to the replay.
I think she got a text immediately. Teslovich converts both at the line. 7-point game. Charger advantage. Here's Spadafora. Travel is called on Spadafora.
If I had to call how many times they called this travel tonight, that's unbelievable.
Wow. Anything to make it interesting, I guess. Minute 19, Shady side, and chip into it more on this possession. Here's Teslovich for 3. No! Rebound, Spadafora. To Vaughn.
Good job.
Tate.
Smart here.
To Vaughn. Vaughn is fouled, and he's going to the line with 1:05 to play.
And 1-and-1 here. Go to the line. Got to knock your free throws down. Good patience. What a rebound by Rocco Spadafora. I mean, unfortunately, number 1 hasn't gone on the board tonight for the points, but it doesn't go to show in the stat sheet of what he's done.
All the little things he's done.
Just controlling the pace of the game,
There's
being
no
a
doubt.
leader out there, taking care of the basketball, rebounding, guarding.
And Vaughn misses the front end of a 1-and-1, but chased into the corner. Greer gets it over to Tate, and now to Spadafora. And now a foul. It will be Rocco to the line to try to get on that score sheet you were just talking about.
Yeah, come on, 1. Why not? Terrific job by Greer. Way to go get the ball with 2 hands. I mean, that's rebounding there. Using his athleticism.
Nico Matt's 3rd foul, team's 8th. Spadafora, first one is good, and his first points of the night. Bookmark this one. 59 seconds in the 4th quarter. Rocco Spadafora's first point of the night.
That just goes to show how good this team really is, though.
There's
no doubt. They can
doubt.
score points and be in this position to win a ball game with him not having any points.
And the 80% free throw, it is out of bounds. Off the Shady side, it stays with the Chargers one more time. Spadafora, who's an 80% free throw shooter, goes 1 of 2 on that trip. Chargers by 8. Inbound goes up top to Greer. Greer quickly to Tate and now to Spadafora, who is quickly fouled. And back to the line goes Rocco. 52 seconds left, and the Chargers just trying to shoot their free throws, and they can expand this 8-point advantage.
Yeah, it's still not over yet. Still a lot of time, but you do got to make your free throws here. You got 3 timeouts in your back pocket here if you're Coach Rodriguez and the staff.
Good on the first. Spadafora, 64th point from this charity stripe this season.
Yeah, when he gets to the line, he makes his free throws.
Make it 65 at the line, and 3 points for 1 tonight. But boy, have they come in a clutch moment. The Chargers lead by 10. Largest lead of the night for either team here with 52 seconds to go. And the Chargers have just chipped on and what has been a gritty performance. And, you know, I think I wanted to mention this earlier in the game. How much of an advantage is it for a team that has been through some of these close games? You know, last year's team really didn't have to go through many of those. the Chargers were in a lot of these type of situations throughout this season.
Yeah, we talked about it a couple times already. The battle through adversity, a lot of the close games, some of the games that we unfortunately let slip away, and now you've learned from that, right? And you prepared for that now, and you understand, and you see it on film. And so when that happens in these positionings, in these times like this, then you can be successful with it and run with the opportunity that you have. And again, I think it goes back to the credit of Coach Rodriguez and his staff. They've been in these positions before. They're winners, they're champions. So they've been in playoff games where it's been tight over these years. And so, you know, on a big stage. And again, the Chargers coming, you know, up with a big lead here with a minute left. They were really the aggressor in the second half, too. I mean, that really what changed the game, right?
Three-seeded Shady Side Academy right now trails six-seeded Our Lady of the Sacred Heart with 52 seconds to play. 10-point lead for the defending 2A champs. Over the defending 3A champs is Teslovich. Splits two defenders, hops to the basket, can't get it to go. Mallory put-back bucket is good. Timeout, Shady Side Academy. 8-point lead for the Chargers now with 43 seconds to go.
Yeah, you knew they were going to go right to the rack and attack the rim, and exactly what they did, but you could tell the Chargers didn't want to foul. They don't want to put them on the line, but you still want to challenge. You don't want to just play Olay defense, as they would say, and just let them go right to the rim. But nonetheless here, Shady Side Academy only has one timeout left. You got to get the ball inbounds here. Look, they're going to trap you right away. You got to flash middle, have your hands ready. They're going to foul. If not, then you got to go to the line, make your free throws, set up in your defense.
Arrow still in favor of Shady Side Academy. Shady Side would send the Chargers to the line for two. It would be double bonus. The next Bulldog foul. Chargers have 18 fouls. Not looking to expand on that number from the rest of this 43 seconds. And a reminder, we're back in action tomorrow night from Keystone Oaks for the girls in the consolation bracket, as that one's tipped out of bounds by Shady Side. So Chargers will still get it.
You got to flash with your hands up here. You got to be aggressive coming to the basketball. You can't leave anything to chance here.
Vaughn gets it to Coladinato, and he traveled. Shady Side gets the ball here with 38 seconds to go, and again, nothing to make it a little interesting here.
Yeah, right. Coladinato just needs to put the ball on the deck there and just dribble up the court.
And Shady Side's been able to hit some threes, and they've gone cold. Teslovich, you know he's going to be eyeing one of those up. No, he'll pull up. Blocked by Tate. Coladinato fetches the loose basketball to Greer. Back to Tate. Tate is fouled, and Tate get to the line with 27 ticks to go.
Great defense, good switch there. Great job by Tate to have his hands ready. Good contest, nice block. Way to come up with the basketball. Now you earn your trip to the line. Make your free throws.
Here is Dorian Tate at the line. 52% free throw shooter this season. He just made his 12th out of his 22nd. Good on both. Back to a 10-point lead. Teslovich up the floor. Long pass into the corner. Three ball in the air. Rims out. No good. Rebound Coladinato to Spadafora. And another foul. And what are you doing on Monday night?
Going to the Chargers game against Neshannock. Let's go. Or you're tuning in and you're listening to us.
Yeah, I like either one of those plans.
Maybe you stay home and listen to us.
Either way.
Or maybe you come here like the old days and you put it in your ear while you're watching.
Spadafora misses the first. But you know what? I mean, we'll talk more about this postgame, but if I would have told you that Rocco Spadafora would have had 4 points, would you thought we had a chance in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's a tough one.
Right.
Being that the leader that he is, the scorer that he is, the
Right.
explosive offensive player that he is, yeah, I would say that would be a tough one, especially in a playoff game and a playoff atmosphere and, against a team that's higher ranked than you, won the championship last year. I would say that's pretty tough, but wow, have the Chargers really played well tonight and shared the basketball, and guys stepped up in big ways tonight.
Yeah, another guy who stepped up again, back-to-back games. We talked about him all season long. I think it might be Al's favorite player, Rocco Coladinato, with 10 points tonight.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable on the glass tonight. Found himself around the rim a ton with some drop-offs, some finishes. He made that nice little mid-range.
But
Those
also,
are one of those ones where I was like, no, what are you doing? You just got a rebound. And he shot it and went in.
But also, not to be overlooked, how about the performance by Darion Greer, 12 points tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he played terrific too. Same thing. On the glass, scrappy, finishes layups.
Near side, Moan. Teslavich will eye up a three, rim it out, rebound, Chargers. And Rocco will dribble this one out and dribble into another WPIAL semifinal. The Chargers, for a 7th year in a row, are going to the Final Four. And the WPIAL final score, 53-42, Chargers over Bulldogs.
Wow. Great win. That was a big-time win. And, the one other thing, too, the Chargers, short bench tonight.
Yeah, good point.
Rolled a lot of minutes, those guys. So you got to do a good job at resting up and getting your legs back under you for Monday night.
For Monday night, it is OLSH Neshannock, site and time to be determined, for a right to go to the Peterson Event Center for, well documented, trying to get back for a 7th time, trying to win championship number 5 in a row. Keeping in mind, the Chargers had 0 in school history 5 years ago.
That's
kind of crazy,
super impressive
to think about.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
53-42. Let's take a break. Catch your breath. Come back with the post-game show. Highlights, analysis. Talk more about Monday. Talk more about tomorrow. Chargers playing more basketball. And you've watched it all here. WPIAL playoff action right here on the OLSH Sports Network. Thanks so much for watching. Post-game show coming up next. Battle of heavyweights tonight. The defending 3A champ in the WPIAL against the defending 2A champ in the WPIAL. What do you get? One for the ages. A great ball game tonight that the Chargers chip away and play a fantastic second half of basketball. 53-42. They win it tonight over the Bulldogs and have a chance still at getting back to another WPIAL championship, and it also solidifies them at minimum the 4 seed out of District 7 going into the state playoffs. They punched their ticket to the state playoffs with this win, and there will be a 3-4. So if the Chargers were to lose on Monday, they would play the loser on the other side of the bracket for who is 3 and who is 4. But one way or the other, they're going, and they get to keep themselves out of the consolation bracket, if you will. So guaranteed, the Chargers have 3 more games. Monday, either the championship or the consolation game, and a first-round state playoff game. This win means a lot. Chargers going back to the state playoffs is what it also means.
Yeah, that's a big job, and big congratulations to Coach Rodriguez and his staff and the team today. Big win, tremendous win. What a grinded-out battle. Back and forth, low-scoring affair as we thought it would be. And, great defense on both sides and great offense, too, down the stretch by the Chargers. And they were really the aggressor at halftime. They made the adjustments that they needed to make. Kirshner had a terrific game, and you get a W.
Bryson Kirshner, there's no question, player of the game today. Just a dominant performance, and as much as I'm impressed with his 19 points inside, we all knew he was capable of it. It was his defense, the blocking, the just altering shots, causing havoc inside the paint for Shady Side Academy, who normally is pretty comfortable playing an inside type game.
Yeah, and I think, credit to Bryson Kirshner tonight and the rest of the team. I mean, they did a terrific job on the glass. You could tell they wanted it so bad. They were playing with determination and being relentless on the glass. They were blocking shots. They were getting on the floor for 50-50 basketballs. And then they attacked the rim all night. I mean, we talked about this all year. If they could just attack the rim like that and be aggressive, that good things can happen for them. And what happens tonight, they attack the rim and they get a W.
Let's take a look at some highlights as we continue to break down tonight's Charger win. Again, 53-42, the final score. Some second half highlights for you tonight from North Hills as the Chargers get it done and go to the semifinals. Again, they'll take on the Neshannock Lancers, who beat a pretty good Yaw Cougar team. And Neshannock, who for the longest time during this season was the second-seeded team out of their section, but they beat Mohawk in the final section game of the season. The pairings committee gives them a lot of respect for that win. They put Neshannock at 2 and move Mohawk to 4, and that's how we set up a 2 versus a 6 in the semifinals. The Chargers, again, will be the lower-seeded team going into the semifinals, but I think even in a game like this, no one's looking at the Chargers as an underdog.
No, you're definitely not. After you're coming off of 4 WPIAL championships and you're coming off of 6 appearances in the WPIAL championship, you're definitely not going to be looked as the underdog, even if you are the lower seed, or higher seed, however you look at it. But the Chargers on Monday against Neshannock, it's going to be another bloodbath. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be physical. Neshannock got some guards that are crafty out on the outside. They can control the pace of the game and control the ball. They can shoot it very well from the outside. So the Chargers, it's going to be a little different game than tonight. The pace is going to be more up and back. It's going to be more in the favor of what the Chargers like to play. But they're going to have to be gritty. They're going to have to get stops on defense and rebound the basketball like they did. Size advantage will be about the same. Neshannock's not too big either, and neither is the Chargers too much. So the size is going to be about the same. It's going to be guard-heavy game, and it's going to be a fun one.
Neshannock, by the way, 18-5 overall, and again, they were co-champions out of Section 1 with Mohawk, finishing their section record of 10-2. That is what the docket has on that side of things. But as we look at finishing up on closing the lid, if you will, on this game, just another gritty performance. You mentioned the short bench, but the guys who did come off the bench, Mesner in some key moments early in the game in the first half. And, of course, we mentioned Rocco Coladinato pitching in 10 points off the bench. You can't ask for more than that for a guy coming off. Yeah,
I mean, that guy's added a spark all year off the bench, Coladinato, and, expect the same thing out of him tonight. He comes out, he's aggressive, he rebounds the basketball, he finishes around the rim, and him and Darion Greer did a terrific job. And Kirshner, of course, down there around the rim. But that goes to credit of Tate and B.J. Vaughn and Rocco Spatafora and those guys that were driving and getting the dump-off passes and the little dives down to the rim and finding their big guys around the rim, and they were able to finish tonight. And then they did a heck of a job on the boards and guarding and playing defense. But Mesner, credit to him tonight. Great minutes in the first half. That was big time, him coming off the bench. And credit the Chargers not using timeouts early in the game, keeping them in the back pocket, and they're playing with a short bench. And that's just, when it comes down to this stuff, Matt, It doesn't matter. It's all about one. You're getting the hype of the game, and you get that adrenaline starts going, the energy's there. You're not really worried about it. Now, you'll be tired tonight, but.
Well, I'll tell you what. We saw a great one tonight, but there was a better one in this classification tonight. And take a guess.
Seton LaSalle.
Steel Valley.
And Steel Valley. And I bet you it came down to the wire.
Yes, you're 100% why. So much it came down to the wire for a Mekhi Valentine buzzer beater 3 to send Steel Valley to the semifinals, 56-54. I just looked on Twitter. You got to go look at it. It is just a ridiculous shot to win it by 2. Valentine wins it. Steel Valley to the semifinals, and you know what? There's a big task at hand on Monday, but boy, would it be fun for that rubber match. OLSH Steel Valley, we're the media. We could talk about that all we want.
We can.
But boy, would that be a fun one?
That would be so much
at the Peterson Event Center next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, terrific player like Valentine. Expect something like that tonight. Him and Spratt going toe to toe, and what a job for him. And credit those guys. But would it be fun to get one? We got one standing in front of us, and and they got to win as well.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what Deer Lakes did tonight, because Deer Lakes is a really, really good team. A team that split the section with Shady Side Academy, a team that beat the Chargers and broke the record. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Deer Lakes will be playing Steel Valley 59-45 over Mohawk tonight. So kind of ironic that both champions out of Section 1, Mohawk loses, Neshannock moves on, so maybe the parent committee was onto something, splitting them up the way that they did.
Yeah.
We always go after the committee when they do something wrong. Might as well give them some kudos when they do something right.
And hey, not to look ahead again, but wouldn't it be something for me and
for
us
goodness.
to go back, Deer Lakes, OLSH,
the team that spoiled the streak,
your season or your streak? Yeah,
there's a lot of good
possibilities, but you got to beat Neshannock.
Yeah.
You got to beat Neshannock. We could talk about this all day. It'll be like ESPN.
Yeah, we really could. Well, we're going to be back on the air in about less than 24 hours from now, because we got the girls tomorrow in the consolation. Waynesburg Central will go to Keystone Oaks to take on your Chargers. The Lady Chargers, a familiar place. They play KO in the section. Maybe that goes to help them in the sense that they've already shot in that gym this year. You look for anything in the postseason. You look for anything that helps you.
Absolutely. And, coming off a game like last night, you got to think that those guys are going to be so dialed in and don't want to end their season like that, you know what I mean, or lose in a consolation game like that. So here's the thing. They're going to come out. They're going to be much better than they were last night. And, it's a new day, and Coach Eckerly and his girls will be ready to go for that one.
I want to give a shout-out to Austin Avsek. Tremendous job on camera tonight. Freshman for the Chargers, helping us out. Awesome work for him up here. And, of course, Matt Stanziola and all the boys and girls in the truck. Shout-out to them. Well-executed game. We hope to bring this to you as professionally as we can, and we appreciate all Matt's hard work all game long, and appreciate you as always. Let's do it again tomorrow.
Let's do it. Let's get it.
All right. For Christian Harbaugh and all of us here at the OLSH Sports Network, Matt Fargo telling you the Chargers are moving on one more time. 53-42 the final score over Shady Side Academy. Until tomorrow night from Keystone Oaks, good night, everybody, and thanks for watching this edition of the OLSH Sports Network. We'll talk to you tomorrow at KO. Until then, good night.